From the very beginning, Kendrick and I decided that for the amphibious vehicle project, that our best bet would probably be doing something that had a boat design to it. We thought that the hardest part of this project would be navigating through the water part. And by doing so, we ended up with what looks like something from SpongeBob, some sort of a boat that's a car. And we decided that the best way to power our amphibious vehicle would be by having a rear axle that is powered by a Connects motor and is chain driven. And this rear axle would have a water wheel on it, which was also accompanied by 2 CDs, so while on land, it would be able to roll on the 2 CDs, and then as soon as it hits water, the CDs would submerge, and that would leave the water wheel to do the work. However, this turned out to be a bit of a problem because our CDs, we had a really hard time figuring out how to fasten them to the axle so that they would all spin at the same time, and if one was loose, it would cause it to veer to one side or the other, which turned out to be a problem later on. We knew that having 2 wheels in the back meant we'd have to have something in the front. So our biggest concern was, how do we get this to go in the water and go straight with 3 wheels? So we decided that by putting the axle in the back, that left room in the front to put 1 wheel that would also act as a rudder, or so we thought. As far as our materials, we ended up doing a jiff lid for the front wheel, and the back wheels were just regular CDs. Another challenge we faced was, how do we construct our paddle? And when we were constructing our paddle, it turned out the night before that we had finished off a can of Tropicana orange juice, and I thought, hey, this could be a great way to fasten this to our axle. We can put our paddles in there, and that'll work great to hold them. So as you'll see later on, that is how we ended up fastening it. Having the Connects parts around definitely helped out a ton. The chain made the whole driving system a breeze and saved us definitely a lot of time, where other groups and other teams spent a lot of time working on that. So the time we didn't spend there, Kendrick was able to spend definitely sanding our boat and making sure that it had a nice smooth hull so that it would travel very nicely in water. As we began to design it, we decided that by going with 2 pieces of foam, that would add more buoyancy, so that if later on we wanted to have the GoPro, it wouldn't be a problem. And as you can see here, we had a little bit of trouble figuring out how to notch out the center part of our boat, but after a lot of hacking and picking away, we finally got it to go. And here we have some footage of Kendrick doing what he does best. He was sanding that hull down so it was good and smooth, and it definitely paid off in the long run. In these clips, you can finally start to see how our axle assembly was coming together and how we had the Tropicana lid rigged up on the Connects axle so that we'd be able to finally fit a paddle in there, and how the whole rear assembly went together. And actually, here's a piece of our paddle right there that we ended up fitting right in there, and we cut 4 of those to fit custom right in there so they would spin like so, and it ended up working really well actually. And here's some footage of us doing test runs, along with the issues of the chain not staying on.
I really hope this works. You ready? Nope, going over. Maybe. Nope, she's done. Or it should have worked. Slow and steady. Take the big hit from the target. Maybe it'll turn back. Could be a breeze. Are you sure you don't have it on plant later? Water? Water. In my hat. Water can. Oh. Come on. Water on. Get out. It has a flame.